Welcome to ASD Shine Bright, the podcast. We are here at King Tech High School. I'm joined by the awesome safety and security specialist, Marilyn Gallardo. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed, thank you. How are you, Corey?
Doing awesome as well.
Sweet.
We're here because we're doing a story on you. I wanted to do it in a special podcast style. We hear you retiring, saying goodbye.
I'm coming up. I want the world to know.
That's why we're here talking to you. You're one of a kind. You've been at 33 years in the district. Kind of tell me a little bit about where you're at. We're here at King Tech now, but before, where were you at the very beginning? What was your favorite first?
In the beginning, I was with Mr. Keto. He's amazing.
Oh, Mr.
Keto
yes.
in 91. I volunteered. He goes, oh, you know you can get paid for this. And I'm like, hook it up. So 92, I decided, okay, I am going to work for ASD because it's all about the kids.com, right? And so that's how it went. I stayed in the district, worked at Mountain View Elementary, and I still volunteer at Mountain View, by the way. I volunteered at Clark Middle School, East High School, Bartlett, all the East Side schools, because I worked on the South Side of school. Because a lovely lady named Myrtle McLaughlin, she said, if you are smart, you would work on the opposite side so you don't have to be in the grocery stores with everybody else and their uncle, cousin, brother, sisters. And so I go, hey, you're pretty smart. So that is exactly what I did. I worked on the South Side, which is amazing. I had a great experience.
So South High School?
South. Well, I actually started at Service.
You started at Service first?
Service
okay.
High School. And then
you helped open South?
I helped open South.
Okay.
Service was amazing as well. I had some awesome people in front of us. Podvin, there's a lot of awesomeness people that was in front of me. Then Mr. Fannin was opening South Side, so I said, okay, I will work with South Side. And so I just wanted to be able to work with high school. Worked with high school for a few years, and after high school, I actually left and went over to middle school, because middle school
what school is that?
Amazing, and that was Greening Middle School,
okay,
where I actually put in over 15 years, and that was amazing. Because you got to watch the kids grow up faster. I mean, not faster, like from their middle school to high school. And it was a blessing to be able to see that for me anyways. It was a blessing to be able to see the kids grow and succeed. And then now having their JOB jobs. And it's pretty awesome. Now I'm seeing grandparents, which meaning I'm friends with their grandparents and I'm seeing their kids.
Wow.
And I'm like, holy moly, I had your mom and dad in high school back in 1900. And so that was pretty amazing to be able to see that. And I'm still seeing a lot of the kids, which, like I said, it is a blessing to watch. Anchorage grow. I've been in Anchorage since 73. And so after being at Greening Middle School, I decided, hey, I want to go back to high school just to be able to say, I want to see what happened in high school after I left. High school was amazing. This school is amazing.
After Greening, you came to King Tech?
I came to King Tech. Okay. At my age, back in 1900, in 79, 80, it was KCC. So now it's called King Tech High School, which is a blessing because these kids get to have free education and they get to learn a lot of that. And
education.
It's free. And they actually don't have a bill after that. They get to, honestly, I think it's pretty awesome trade school. In fact, I had a kid coming back to school a couple years ago, and he goes, Miss G, and I go, yeah, and he goes, guess what, I'm making over $10,000, and I go, shut up. I go, that's amazing. I go, I don't even make half of that. That's a blessing that you're making that. And he learned it from King Tech High School.
I love it. Let's go inside. We're gonna go and talk for a second, so let's stay right here.
Thank you.
And we'll continue our conversation.
Nice.
Kind of just like with some of the lessons you've learned, and as part of this podcast, people are going to listen to it as well as see it, and so
sweet.
And we'll just stop right here because this school, as you said, was called King Career Center. I remember that when I was in school, and Dr. Martin Luther King. Yeah, and I know they've been celebrating 50 years. We don't have to talk about that, but with 50 years, that's a big deal, and you've been part of, a small part of that too. So tell me a little bit about what your experience is, specifically with the experience of kids, King Tech, but also at all the schools. Like, what are some of the lessons you've learned?
Lessons I learned is to be consistent with kids, whether they're in elementary or whether they're in middle school or high school, because consistency is the key to their success. I learned that from my own kid in third grade. He goes, Mom, the reason why I did that is because I knew you weren't going to follow up. Oh, so that's the key. So as a parent and as a security officer, I actually learned that I need to follow up. And following up was the best thing. So red, yellow, black, white, fat, young, skinny, all my kids get treated the same. And it's a blessing to be able to, know that. I always tell them, I don't get you in trouble, you get yourself in trouble. I just do the paperwork. And so that's how that works.
Yeah, that's good. Tell me, what is one of the, like a moment that you were like, wow, like in terms of like seeing something that was kind of like a wow moment with a student, a staff member, or something where you're like, wow, making a difference. Because I know we have a lot of employees in the district that do all amazing things. They're all pieces to the puzzle that helps make the team, that helps kids succeed, and that's the ultimate goal, right? So what is a wow moment for you?
There's several of them. One in particular, I was in Costco, and as I was in Costco, one of the kids came up to me. I'm not going to tell you his name, but he came up to me and goes, "Miss, this is the lady that hammered me in high school, and if it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't be where I'm at right now." And so that was a big plus, I mean, learning that he actually learned a lot of that from, my consistency and stuff like that, just being there for them mostly. And it's really, really awesome knowing that I was there for them.
I love it. One of the last questions I wanted to ask you in terms of like your career of 33 years, we're going to kind of walk a little bit, is kind of like, what would you say to people passing the on? I know safety and security is important for anybody in any district, anywhere. But in terms of like, what are some of the things you would pass on to somebody doing maybe the same position, or for people that are out there that may not be in this position, but just want to show that they care for a student or staff or whoever?
I have to say consistency would be the best thing for a kiddo, or any age, even adults, consistency. As far as the best thing, I have to say there's a lot of best things in that particular, as far as me being in the Anchorage School District, it was, I don't know, I have to say it's a blessing for me to be able to help kids follow through, seeing kids all over. I mean, they're doctors now and they're lawyers, and hopefully I never need one of those, but anyways, they're doctors, lawyers, and any of those. But being able to see their success and seeing their grandparents and they're saying thank you, the thank you-ness that comes from every one of those, even grandparents, that was really awesome, seeing the kids smile.
I love it. Thank you so much. 33 years. I know they'll do a proper goodbye to you, but we just thought it'd be cool.
Thank you.
We were going to do a profile piece on you, but we just thought this would be a cooler way to do it with a podcast and just to get you to talk, and it opens up conversation. So
it is.
That's awesome. We'll kind of end with your song if you want.
I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Got to let it show.
Thank you guys for watching ASD Shine Bright, the podcast. This is the podcast where you can watch us all over. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Find us on our needs, and also on Spotify. Until next time, guys. See you later.
Bye.